Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Spearfield7 with another edition of Special People of the Internet. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and I think I should probably get back into this stuff. It's basically just a series where if I find something, weird or funny or savage or stupid, I usually just put some gameplay under it and talk about the story. So, stories of infidelity always interest me. I think they're really funny. I think just in general, just kind of like philosophy on life. People try to get away with a lot of bullshit in their day-to-day lives, and I'm a firm believer that eventually you get found out for these things, that you don't get off scot-free, and that karma's a bitch sometimes. So in the background we got some Downwell gameplay. Downwell is a free PlayStation Plus game for this month. I was really happy enough with Just Cause 3 and the Black Flag DLC package, but Sony's killing it, man. They decided to throw in another one for good measure. Kind of has an NES feel. I really like it. Sit back, pop some popcorn. We're going to talk about infidelity. So this story comes out of South Carolina. A 54-year-old man in Lexington, South Carolina has made headlines after his attempt to hire a prostitute through an online service ended in a terrible mix-up that will likely cost him his marriage. The man, who we cannot identify for privacy reasons, had been using the booking website for some months to hire prostitutes and meet him for sex at motels in neighboring areas. On the most recent occasion, which occurred this weekend, the man told his wife he was going out drinking with work colleagues, so he's lying to his wife, when in reality he was traveling to a motel on the outskirts of Lexington. Upon checking into the motel, the man used his phone to access his regular website used to book prostitutes. According to a statement he made to authorities, he saw the profile of a new 26-year-old woman who caught his attention. As with many of the photos on the site, the photo only showed the woman from the neck down. But the man is said to have liked what he saw, so he sent her a message to see if she was free later that night. She said she was, and they arranged for a liaison at the motel. Guests in adjoining rooms called the front desk to report a disturbance around 8 p.m. after the woman arrived and found that her client was none other than her husband of the last 17 years. That's amazing. It emerged that the prostitute, who had advertised herself as an attractive 26-year-old, was actually the man's 48-year-old wife. She was furious to find her husband in the motel room, although he was equally angry to learn his wife had been advertising her services on a prostitution website. The husband may now face charges under South Carolina's tough prostitution laws, which make it illegal to engage in any type of sexual activity in exchange for money or some other form of compensation, even if it is with one's own spouse. I cannot believe this. This is great. This is just mwah, mwah. Love this shit. So this guy has been hiring prostitutes to sleep with for some time now, and then he runs into his wife, who is working as a prostitute in the area. So both of them were unfaithful, and they both paid for it, and they both kind of had this, these secrets were revealed to both members of the party. I thought it was just amazing. This is just an amazing story, and it's really funny and ironic that this guy would ultimately hire his wife as a prostitute. Now, it's like, from my point of view, it's like, well, why don't you just improve your sex life? It seems like both of y'all are kind of freaks, and it's kind of strange. I understand the allure. I've been tempted to cheat on past partners. I've been cheated on by past partners. It's not a good feeling. So I understand the need for secrecy, for sort of hiding it from your partner. But I also, I'm an anxious person personality-wise, and I just couldn't put up with the anxiety of going around my partner's back like that. But it is just so fucking hilarious. I do think that this article is a little bit biased. It kind of drives me crazy that the lead to this story, which the lead in like journalism terms, it's like the first line of the article. It says a 54-year-old man in Lexington, South Carolina has made headlines after his attempt to hire a prostitute through an online service ended up in a terrible mix-up that will likely cost him his marriage. Basically, I think the bias of the article is kind of relevant and kind of clear in that it's kind of blaming the dude for all of this mess, but it's like, your wife is a thought, man. Like, your wife is like, you know, selling her lady parts. So where's her responsibility in this whole ordeal? And it's interesting because the close of the article kind of infers that the man might go to jail for hiring a prostitute. But it makes one wonder, it's like, well, what's her penalty? What's her consequence for this whole ordeal? So I just thought this was an amazing, you know, you hear about dudes running around on their wives running around on their dudes. But this is one of those doozies where both of them were equally up to some no good shit. But anyways, I just wanted to share that article with you guys. It really killed me, and I'll be back soon with some more videos. There's a game coming out next week called Lawbreakers that I'm going to give a try. It's a first-person shooter. It kind of looks like Overwatch on steroids, and there's like zero gravity elements and stuff. It just looks really fast and really fun, so I'm going to be posting some gameplays of that for a while. We got the World War II beta for Call of Duty coming up soon. If you guys enjoyed the video, please rate, please subscribe if you aren't already, and until next time, this is Spearfield 7. See you later.